Yo, what's up, Flex fans? We're going to check out the new green screen. It's awesome. I think you're going to love it. What?
Now, have you ever heard of the 3 laws of motion? Here's a quick history of what is these 3 laws. The laws of motion are the relationship between the forces acting on the body and the motion of the body. These laws are first formulated by an English physicist, Sir Isaac Newton. These 3 laws were published in his book Principia in 1687. Now that we know the history of the laws of motion, let's tackle them one by one. Newton's first law is known as the laws of inertia. The laws of inertia was first formulated by Galileo Galilei for horizontal motion of the Earth and was later generalized by René Descartes.
So what is inertia? Basically, it is an object tendency to keep doing what it's doing. The first law is stated as an object in motion will remain in motion, an object at rest will remain at rest, unless acted upon by a force. And what does that mean? It means in order to change the way an object moves, and that force must be present. The most important thing to know about the first law is mass. You see, the more the object has mass, it will be harder to apply force to the object with more mass, and it can be hard to stop once it starts to moving. To understand this, let us have an example. Let's say you have the 2 balls, the same size but different masses, like a plastic ball and a bowling ball. Among the 2 balls, the bowling ball is going to be harder to move and stuff. It has more inertia because it has more mass.
Now on the second law, we are going to talk about the importance of the net force. Newton's second law talks about the change that force can produce on the motion of a body. It's based that the time rate of change of the mental body is equal in both magnitude and direction to the force imposed on for a body. Whose mass is constant. It can be written in the form of F equals ma, or F is the force and a is the acceleration. Both are vector quantities.
Let's talk about when an object accelerates. When forces are in balance, it means that the object is accelerating. The most common cause of an object to move is because of the gravitational force. When an object falls downward, it is accelerating downwards at a rate of 9.8 to 1 meter per second square. In our formula, it is F equals ma. The force acting on the following object is gravity, which means that the formula becomes F equals mg, where g is the gravitational force. Okay, and among these forces tends to present at all times. This force will be discussed through Newton's third law.
Newton's third law states that when 2 bodies interact, they apply forces to one another that they are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. The third law is also known as the third law of action and reaction. What does that mean? It means that when you apply force in something, it gives an equal amount of reaction force. So you have a skateboard. Once you press your feet against the floor will have an equal amount of force to your feet. That is why you can move. That the equal amount of force acting upon you is called as the normal force. The normal force is a force perpendicular to whatever surfaces your object is resting on. The normal force is unlike other forces, since this kind of force can change its magnitude. What does that mean? Let's say that you have a piece of paper and a penny. You hold the paper on the air and place a penny on it. The penny applies a force in the paper and the paper applies an equal amount of force. Now you add another penny on top of the paper. The 2 pennies apply the force in the paper, and the paper also applied force and 2 pennies, which means that the normal force is double. And then you keep on adding pennies to the paper until such time there are too many pennies, which cause the paper to tear. That's what happens when the normal force cannot match the force pushing against it, and that's it.